Okay, so I'm doing today's podcast as my inaugural podcast. Today is December 13th, 2025, and I've been on a GLP-1 for exactly 3 months today. I didn't start this podcast or telling my story, my journey, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to. So at some point in time, I probably will go back and start at the beginning from what I remember, from the notes I've taken, from the memos I've left myself regarding my journey. So I want to get into specifically what's going on with me now, and within the last week. So with my journey, I this week was hard for me. I got below a key milestone for me. I got below 200 pounds. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I felt like I lost control. And I'm saying that because now I'm below 200 pounds. And all I can think about is what happens when I go back above 200 pounds. And that feeling consumed me all week, that I felt like I was regressing, excuse me. I still had suppression, so I was still feeling like I was eating regularly, as I have been so far the last 3 months. Wednesday is usually hard for me because the medicine is wearing off. My shot day is on Saturday. And Thursday gets a little bit harder. Friday, anxiety kicks in because I'm concerned about the weigh-in on Saturday. And this week here, it was like, boy, I'm just really hungry. And I don't know how much of my mental played into that or if I was really hungry. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell. But I knew on Monday when I jumped on the scale and I was below 200 pounds, I was ecstatic. Only told a few people. And immediately, what if I don't stay under? So, of course, when I get hungry on Wednesday or feel the hunger, starting to creep in as the medicine wears off, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to eat. I have to eat because that's what I should be doing anyway. And I'm still trying to be very mindful of what I'm eating. But if particularly this week, the food noise was loud. Or at least in my head, I was thinking it was loud. Because all I could think about was eating this week. Thursday, I was like, okay, I'll just dabble a little bit. And I just felt bloated. Wednesday, I was bloated. Thursday, I was bloated. Friday, I was bloated. And Friday came around, and I was like, to heck with it. I'm just going to eat something. I've been trying to be mindful all day. And forgive me if this skips around. I'm going off memory of how I felt this week. So my apologies there. And when I told my husband, I was like, you know what? I don't feel good about myself. Can't say that's been the first time on the journey, But it stood out so much to me that I knew I couldn't weigh myself because I was bloated. The last couple of days I didn't eat right. Oh, Wednesday I had a little bit of pasta. Didn't overdo it, but I knew I was working out a little bit extra on Thursday because it was my glute day, my longer workout, and I knew I could burn some of the things. Or, at least that's what I'm telling myself, right? And then Thursday after the workout, I'm still feeling tight. Like, why am I feeling this way? And then work, it was a luncheon. I kept it cute. Just had salmon and rice. But the thing is, y'all, I ate it all. I ate it all. Now, it wasn't like a great big portion, but the fact that I ate it all. I tried not to guilt trip myself, but in the end, I did. Don't get me wrong, it was good. And I was rationalizing it, right? And it's okay to do that. And I realize now I'm convincing myself that I'm being harder on myself than I should be. And I think that's just part of it, right? Like, we are expecting perfection as we take on this journey, not realizing that it's not going to be perfect. And we have to be okay with it not being a perfect journey. And I'm convincing No, I take that back. I'm not convincing myself. I am staying prayed up, right? I'm not going to say I hate to bring faith or belief into it, but for me, it's important because I have to have a little talk with Jesus every now and again to stay grounded in this, because it's okay. And I should have felt okay today weighing myself, but I didn't. And so I didn't. I took my shot. I did everything normal. Today is my lighter glute day. I know y'all saying, is it all about the glutes? Well, for me, it is a little bit, but that's okay. But I worked out a little bit, did the usual, primped my hair and, do all the things I normally do on my Saturday, except take my shot. I decided today I'm going to try to reset my body, whatever that looks like. I'm sure there's some technical term. I'm sure people say don't reset. It's okay. And it probably is. But I've discovered I have to do what feels right for me. And hopefully that's what you all are doing on your journeys as well. Doing what feels right for you. My goal, of course, is to lose more weight. But the milestone of getting under 200 pounds was so significant for me that I put this roadblock, or I put this notion in my head that if I make it back to 201, that I failed. Have you all felt like that? Like you set this goal, whatever it is for yourself. Say I'm going to lose 10 pounds. And then when you lose that 10 pounds, you're like, yes, I did it. And then when you gain an extra 2 pounds, so now your overall weight loss is only 8, you feel like you've just failed. Like you just let the whole world down because you couldn't maintain. For me, it feels like all those other fad diets that I've tried where I've lost weight, but then I gain it back. And so I think that's the fear that I'm having right now. I know that I am in control of what I do, what I eat, and how I behave on this journey. And for that moment, for this week, I felt like I lost that control. And when I feel like I lose control, I be like, well, to heck with it. It's just all lost now. And I know I need to come back, to reality, and just reset. So today is month 3 on the journey, and I'm at a resetting stage, or resetting day, or resetting moment. I'm not proud to say I haven't eaten today, and I don't think it's because it may be a little bit because I'm afraid to step on the scale, or afraid to gain those pounds back that I was so happy that I lost. But I'm just thinking of it as a little bit of fasting, right? I had my protein so far today. I'm about halfway there. Still got halfway to go. So tonight I'll just eat something protein heavy. Hey, who knows? I may even have another protein shake. I don't know. But I know I still need to at least get my protein, and I had my vitamins and my supplements for today. I'm just going to take it day by day. And if this is the first podcast, or your first time hearing me, thank you so much. I hope you come back to listen again. I hope you feel comfortable sharing your journey. And did you have to do a reset? Yeah. Have you had to reset along your journey? You don't have to say how many times. You could just say, yes, I had to reset. And feel free to share what that reset looks like for you. But today, December 13th, 2025, is officially my reset day. Oh, did I mention? I forgot to mention. I was supposed to take pictures today. Nah, I take pictures every 2 weeks. Not this 2 weeks. I let myself get in the way of an important date. Oh, I could just go on and on, but I'll save that for another episode. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you tune in again. Healed, not hustled.